Green curry is a super easy meal that can be made in under 20 minutes from start to finish. First thing first, I will place a bowl on a scale and add in 1 serving of jasmine rice. I usually add about 50 to 60 grams of raw rice for 1 serving. Next, add 125 grams of cold water with a pinch of salt, place it on a stove over high heat, and as soon as it starts to boil, close the lid and let it simmer for 12 to 15 minutes, which is the time needed for the rest of the recipe. Next is the most important part of the recipe, and that's the green curry paste. You can find this in most Asian grocery stores. Many of them are filled with unnecessary oil, turning it into a caloric bomb. However, there are also some great curry pastes that have authentic ingredients with only 50 calories per 100 gram, which is perfect. A good curry paste should have a fresh, fragrant smell and a nice, thick, creamy consistency. Next, let's talk about the vegetables. For curry, there are a few that works really well. In my opinion, the best ones are snap peas, red bell pepper, carrots and broccoli. I aim for 250 grams of vegetables. However, personally, I use frozen wok vegetables for curry. This is a mix of everything that tastes good in a curry, as long as you buy the unseasoned version. Frozen vegetables are flash frozen these days, which makes them taste nearly as good as fresh vegetables, and they still keep all of the nutrients. Place a plate on a scale and add in 250 grams of frozen veggies. Then prepare the protein source. I will use 1 chicken breast weighing around 180 grams, cut it into smaller bite-sized pieces. Try to cut them into roughly the same thickness. This will ensure even cooking of the chicken in the curry later on. The last thing to prepare is coconut milk. There are multiple kinds available, with the main ones being coconut cream and coconut milk. The difference is simple. They are essentially the same thing, but coconut cream consists of over 80% coconut with a little bit of water, while coconut milk has about 20% coconut with mostly added water. Coconut has quite some calories, so by using coconut milk instead of the cream, you can save about 75% of the calories. I will use 100 grams of coconut milk. If you only have access to the cream, that is fine. Just use 25 grams of cream with 75 grams of water and you will have essentially the same thing. Now let's get cooking. Preheat a pot over medium heat and add in 1 teaspoon of 5 grams of any neutral oil. Vegetable oil is fine. Then add in the curry paste. And this now depends on how hot your paste is. Start with 50 grams per serving and try this, and adjust the amount next time you cook this based on your preferred level of spiciness. Let it fry in the oil for about 2 to 3 minutes. This will develop a lot more flavor. Then add in 100 grams of vegetable or chicken stock. If you don't have access to stock, you can combine 100 grams of water with 1 teaspoon or 5 grams of stock powder and mix it until combined. I always keep one of these in my pantry. Also add in the coconut milk, stir everything and let it simmer for about 3 minutes, stirring this occasionally. If you are using frozen vegetables, increase the heat of your stove a bit and add in the vegetables. Wait a couple of minutes until it starts to simmer again, then reduce the heat to medium-low and cook the vegetables for an additional 2 minutes. Next, add in all of the chicken. Press it down so that everything is covered with the liquid. Keep the heat at medium-low and slowly cook the chicken. If the heat is too high at this point, the chicken will cook rapidly and become dry. So keep it low and slow. The chicken will take about 3 to 5 minutes to cook through in total. There are 2 ways to check for doneness. You can simply use a food thermometer and check the temperature, or, and this is why you should cut the chicken into the same thickness, take out a piece and check if it's cooked through. If it is, then you know the rest of the chicken is cooked as well. Check for seasoning at the end. This needed a touch of salt, and then remove it from the heat. By now the rice should be ready as well, so add it as a bottom layer to a bowl and top it with our green chicken curry. Squeeze a little bit of lime juice on top for that fresh kick of flavor, which makes a huge difference in my opinion, and there you have it, a freshly cooked curry in about 20 minutes. The entire meal comes in with 620 calories, 62 grams of carbs, 18 grams of fat and 52 grams of protein. If you like this recipe, you need to check out my cookbook. Low calorie, high protein recipes that will help you lose weight and keep it off for the rest of your life. Finally, a diet that works. From breakfast to lunch to dessert, everything you need is in this book. And the best part is that I will constantly be updating the book, and you will receive every update for free once you've purchased the book. It's a lifetime investment into your health for $50, so in my honest opinion, that's an absolute no-brainer. The link is in the description.